Obviously, at this point, the number one differentiator for websites. You have to have it, or else you're essentially no longer in the game. And so CNET TV was our ability to kind of collect all of our CNET video in one place, so that you could get all your first looks, all your news video, all your download video, and tips and tricks all in this one environment. Now, that was great, and you could save any video you wanted into a playlist, and you could share any video you wanted, but it was ultimately still tied to a website or a web-based experience. So we did just introduce downloadable video, and we did it in kind of an innovative way, I think. You can, of course, download any single video, which almost any site that allows downloads will let you do, but we've introduced a new feature by which you can basically subscribe to any list of videos using RSS. So if you see a list of videos on CNET, for example, we always have a now playing list, which is the top 10 or 15 videos of the day. You could subscribe to that. It would launch iTunes. You would essentially get a dynamic video podcast then delivered to iTunes. So every time you fire up iTunes, you get a brand new list of the top 10 or 15 videos on CNET TV that day.
And it's really what you would see on the page, including, you know, the ads and the. Are there links? Is the download dynamic? So there's like hyperlinks in a download, or how does that work? Or I don't know if that's possible at all.
Well, I should clarify that you won't actually get the ads.
Oh, really?
So this is, I think, a clever way to get around watching those ads if you want.
I don't know. Oh, so is that?
No, that's fine. It's good to know.
Yeah. So you know, obviously, when you look to look at content, mostly on CNET TV, you click on something you want to see, and you'll see a pre-roll ad. In most cases?
On CNET TV, we don't serve a pre-roll ad in front of every single video. It's a little more similar to the TV experience where you watch 2 or 3 videos and then you see a 15-second ad.
Okay. So in the downloadable scenario now, so ads are not part of that, or explain how that works.
Yeah, the thing that has kept a lot of sites from doing downloadable video, and it's kept CNET from doing downloadable video in the past, is that no one's quite figured out how to easily and effectively embed advertising. You can embed it, but then that one ad is sort of stuck with that video forever. So if the creative changes or the messaging changes, the advertiser still has all these videos out there with the same ad attached. And so we are planning to figure out a way to embed some advertising or look into some kind of dynamic advertising, but for the moment, when you download a CNET video, there's no ad attached.
So you guys are doing it as a way to extend the brand and build loyalty. How come, why would a company like CNET give away content downloadable for free?
It's hard. It's a hard thing to try to explain, but it's essentially, for us, we call it almost ambassador content. It is definitely a way to extend the brand, and it's something that users want, you know, and we know that what they're watching when they get this in their RSS feed is still CNET video. And so ultimately, we're the source of that video, whether they're actually watching it on the page or not.
Tell us a little bit about the situation with cable TV and you know, so outside of the web, but through cable TV outlets that you guys have with, I believe, Comcast and some others. How is that going? Or tell us a little bit about. It's a little early on, but how are people consuming media through cable TV, the CNET material through cable TV?
Well, it's funny because CNET obviously started as a linear cable network, and we were actually on real television in the old days, and now we're kind of sneaking back onto real television. So we have this web experience, which is kind of a complement to all the video on demand stuff we have. We are on video on demand with Cox, Verizon, Insight, and we're also on TiVo, so that you can actually subscribe to CNET content on TiVo. And it's been really successful for us. We've had really great take rates, which is great because it's very niche content, but it seems to be something that people really want to see, and so we plan to keep giving it to them.
That's awesome. So look, I would like to see about downloading a video, maybe a review of a digital camera I might be able to use as a video blogger.
Okay.
This is where I go to look first, of course. So maybe we can look for something, and
Sure.
you can kind of walk us through a little demo.
Sure. So let's see, we've got a list of videos here. One thing you can do at CNET TV is that we have a great list of channels here on the left side of the screen. So we'll just click Gadgets and Gear, and then we can filter by category, so we can choose digital cameras. And then once that pops up, we'll have a nice long list. So we could take a look at this Fujifilm FinePix, for example. This is a new DSLR coming out from Fujifilm. So let's say that I'm personally interested in this camera. I just click this download button here
Hold on a sec. Show us where that download button is again.
It's right here underneath the video.
Gotcha.
So I click that. You can see it's got a little iPod icon so that it's obvious you're going to be downloading this in a format that's iPod compatible.
What file form is that?
It's an M4V, which will work either on your computer or on your iPod or any device that supports that. So I can save to disk. And then I've downloaded it, and then I can just open it and watch it or transfer it to my device.
And you would watch it in whatever your default player is?
Yeah, so if I launch it here, it will play it back in iTunes. And as we all know, iTunes chunks along while it's opening up.
Huh.
But it should pop up here in a second.
All right, so tell us. Oh, I see. So it's downloading, and oh, there it is. So it's on your iTunes.
Yep, so then here it is. And it'll show up along with any other kind of video podcast that I've downloaded and other video content. So then it plays down here, or of course I can do my iTunes tricks and make it bigger.
Fantastic.
And this is nice because I can download it and then watch it at my leisure anytime I want. But when it'll show up along with any other kind of video podcast that I've downloaded and other video content. So then it plays down here, or of course I can do my iTunes tricks and make it bigger.
Fantastic.
And this is nice because I can download it and then watch it at my leisure anytime I want.